Hey kids, Walter Community College here, coming back at you with another video. Today we will be trying another variation of Monster Energy with milk. I've been getting a lot of different flavors of Monster lately. I've been trying to search for Bad Apple. That's been hard to come by, but I really want to try that Bad Apple. I feel like it would be good, and my prediction for that is it would taste a little bit like cider. So I'm hoping for something like that, or at least apple juice. So instead of Bad Apple, we've got Mango Loco. And I think I've tried this once or twice before. And I'm a big fan of Lent Mango. So I'm really curious because the last review I did completely befuddled me. I really was not expecting that at all. Really, seriously. I just was not expecting that. So who knows what this may taste like. I'm pretty excited for it. I hope you guys are too. I don't have the transparent cups anymore. I just have this green solo cup. I guess we ran out of those transparent like whiskey glass looking cups. They weren't they weren't whiskey glasses. They weren't glass. They were plastic. They were like little half solo cups that were transparent. So it's unfortunate you won't be able to see it as easily, but I'll try to get you a good view of the product after mixing it. So without further ado, let's get into this Mango Loco. Tastes like, smells like mango. All right, get a little taste test just to refresh my taste buds on what the normal mango is supposed to taste like before I put it into the milk, because that would be, I feel like it would be inconsiderate of me for to taste it with mixed with milk without actually tasting the original for the comparison. Oh, it's sour. A little too sweet for my taste. I prefer more subtle flavors in my sodas, and I keep calling them sodas. I guess they're energy drinks, but they're also sodas. Fun fact, like the flavor energy drinks have, like the kind of like chemical flavor, if that makes sense, it's actually completely fake. Like these things could taste like a normal soda if they wanted to, but what the brands did is they like purposely altered the flavors to make it taste like a little bit different than how a normal soda would taste, because it makes it like it's a placebo effect, I guess. Like it feels like a different product. So you are like it tastes like a different product than a normal soda. So you are expecting like the caffeinated effect. This any energy drink you've ever tried, they could, if they wanted to, just have it taste like a normal soda. So that's a very interesting factoid to me. I wouldn't say the energy drink flavor is worse per se. It's definitely different. I guess it would be worse. If they could just have this flavored like a normal mango soda, that would be so much better, but they don't. And the thing with energy drinks is they have so much flavor variety, more than any other. I don't even know why energy drinks have so much variety. And like normal brands like Pepsi, Coke, and whatever, they don't have that level of variety. There are hundreds of different Monster and Red Bull and whatever flavors available at any given moment. The Monster is the king of them, I'm pretty sure. I'm not a big energy drink guy. Excuse me. So I'm not sure how like why there's so much variety for energy drinks and like normal sodas. There just aren't. All right. Without further ado, let's get into this. I'm gonna try to do half and half like I usually do. You know how it is. So this is gonna be yellow. So all right, I think that should be enough. Almost half and half. Maybe a little bit more. And I'm noticing like the same trend with this. The carbonation just disappears into the milk, which I don't know why it's like this with Monster and not the sodas. A lot of the sodas they'll just carbonate like crazy, but this it just doesn't. So I'm not sure that the science behind that. Maybe it's like one of the ingredients in the Monster that just. I mean, I don't think Monster is very carbonated in its base form anyway. Like I wouldn't say it's a highly carbonated. Yeah, it's not even highly. That might just be it. Okay, just did a little bit more. I feel like I'm making something with like a high ABV alcohol. I'm like paying really close attention to how I'm mixing it in. Okay, so the coloring, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It's kind of hard to see. It's like very subtly turned like orangish yellow. And I'm not even sure if that's actually like I feel like that's the lighting doing most of the work. I have very yellow lights. You can see it on my face. My face looks very yellow. From the lighting, I'm not Asian. Anyways, you saw the soda. It smells half like milk and half like mango loco. That's that's definitely how it smells. I feel like I have to be very thorough because like even when I do mix it thoroughly, I can still notice a very massive difference in taste and texture from like the top half of the cup and the bottom half. It's like all the milk. I don't know why it's like this, but you know, I don't think there's anything I can do. Maybe I should buy one of those like electric like stirring shit things that I think people mostly use for like coffee, and that'll maybe do like a lot more thorough of a job. Okay, I think that's the most I'm gonna do. It just looks like a really frothy batch of milk that's kind of like urine colored. So I don't even know if that might just be the light. So without further ado, I've been keeping you guys on here for like 8 minutes before I've actually started the review. Let's get into this. Actually, wait. I need a thumbnail first. Alright, hopefully that does it for the thumbnail. Alright, I think I got my thumbnail. Let's see if this works. Ah, that mango loco sourness is really coming through. I don't know why it's so sour. Mangoes aren't usually sour. At least to me, I feel like they're more sweet. At the same time, I eat the mangoes with the skin, which I don't see why people don't do that. The skin's also pretty good, like with apples. The skin on apples is good. It's the same with mangoes, and it's very vitamin rich. The skin of the mango, so maybe that like helps bitter down sour notes of the mango whenever I eat it. So I don't like that. Ugh. It like with the Viking berry, it literally just tasted like the texture of milk with Viking berry flavor. With the this one, I still the ruby red one. That one tasted completely different from the base flavor, and with this, it's kind of similar. Like obviously, I'm getting notes of mango loco in there, but it's just I'm not sure. I don't know. I think I need to like. That is very, very, very strange. I would recommend this a lot less than the other two monster flavors I've tried so far. A lot less. I do not think it's enjoyable. It just the way the texture of the milk, the way like the mouthfeel of it combined with the flavor of the mango. It's really hard to say for me for some reason. Mango loco. The way it feels combined with the mango loco in your mouth, like the flavor of the mango loco, which is subtly changed. Like you can tell it's mango loco, but it's not mango loco. It definitely tastes very different from normal mango loco. The mouthfeel of that with the flavor is not very pleasant. I will say so. It is not very pleasant, if I say so myself. Not pleasant at all. I'm gonna have to give this a 4 out of 10. It is not like completely disgusting because like I've talked about this in the last episode. I I feel like any fruity flavor at all, like any of the monster flavors, will do better than something like Pepsi or Coke and whatnot in a milk combination. Excuse me. So for that reason, I'm gonna say that it isn't that bad. It is still a 4 out of 10. If I were to like mix Coke and milk, I don't really like Coke at all, and I really do not want to do that. That doesn't sound like a pleasant experience for me. I'm going to be honest. I do not like Coke. I prefer Pepsi, but I don't even like Pepsi that much either. Like I would have to have like a very strong sweet craving, which isn't often. And I would have to have like no other options besides Pepsi for me to really consider drinking a Pepsi or two. But I do have to say, I did. I do not recommend you try this at all. It is not a pleasant experience. It is a 4 out of 10, and if you are really craving something mango mixed with milk, really just mix mango juice and milk. And I would recommend decreasing that milk ratio. I don't know if I want to like do that for future videos. Decreasing the milk ratio to maybe like 40% milk and 60% whatever mixer I put in, or maybe even 30% milk and 70% mixer. I'm not sure what I want to do because like the thing that gets me with this stuff is the fact that like it's the it's the viscosity of the milk and it creates a very weird mouth feel because of how much milk there is. And it's not pleasant a lot of the time. Sometimes it really does combine well with like root beer floats because it ice cream is just milk frozen basically, and when you have a root beer float, it's going to start melting into there, and you really have something similar to just mixing like milk and root beer. Like it's very similar. So I'm really thinking about that. I think I might start a new series where I use buttermilk instead of normal milk because that might actually make a big difference. Besides that, it's a 4 out of 10. I do not recommend it. Do not try this. If you want to have a good experience drinking something like this, just drink the normal mango loco, or even better, don't drink energy drinks because there's really no reason to. It's not healthy for you. And I wouldn't drink energy drinks unless I'm like really desperate to get energy. And that usually isn't the case because I have a good sleep schedule. I try to sleep 6 to 8 hours. That's what someone would recommend for an adult. And it really isn't necessary. I don't think there is an excuse for you to not sleep. And, just get decent amount of sleep. Have a good circadian rhythm. Just sleep at the same time every night, wake up at the same time every day, and you'll feel a lot better. That's really how simple it is. You won't need energy drinks. They really fuck with you in negative ways, and I cannot reassess enough that these are not harmless. They are not harmless at all. They do harm you in significant ways, more so than other forms of caffeine, and more so than just like a normal soda. So that reason alone is why I try to avoid energy drinks. If I do need caffeine, I'll just try to drink a coffee. But I don't usually need caffeine because, like I said, I try to keep a good circadian rhythm. And and it's also like diet's a big part of it too. Diet's a big part of maintaining your energy. So if you eat good meals with plenty of vitamins, 3 meals a day. Some people do 2 meals. As long as you're getting your calories in with with a diverse amount of vitamins, you don't need to pay attention to your vitamins too carefully because like no one in the first world is going to fucking die from malnutrition due to I don't think it's malnutrition. Yeah, I think it is malnutrition. Malnutrition due to not having diversity of. You're not going to get scurvy. You just like even eating the sloppiest, like the most horrible slop imaginable, you're still not going to get like a vitamin deficiency. It's just not likely. So you don't need to worry about your vitamins too much, but it's still a good thing to worry about and pay attention to. And like with stuff like protein and carbs and stuff like that, it is still good to worry about that. It does affect you. So that's it. I'm just giving my advice on why you wouldn't want to rely on energy drinks and how you can avoid relying on energy drinks for your for the future. It's really not a good thing to rely on for energy, and it's not a good source of energy either. Like you get 2 hours of energy, of like pretty mild energy from the average energy drink, and then you get to the point where you're just drinking them so much that you are reaching dangerous levels of caffeine consumption. There's around like 100 to 150 milligrams of caffeine in here. And like if you're drinking like 3, 4 of these a day, that is way past your limit. And I know like little girl, not like little, like the age is little. I mean like girls that are like 4'9", they're adults, but like little ass girls drinking so much caffeine every single day. I know that's a weird way to put it, but it's like if you're a girl and you're short, you should not be drinking like what they would recommend the average adult to drink. You should be drinking a lot less. That is nearly like chronic nicotine use levels of like stimulant abuse every single day. That is horrible for you, and it'll make you feel like crap too. I've spent a while like giving health advice. I'm not a doctor. This is just what I would do for myself, and that's about it. See ya. WCC out.